When you worked with code.org, you were practicing your programming on the computer. But in code.org there were right and wrong answers to everything you did. With this program called Scratch, there aren't right and wrong answers. You're going to be moving and creating and importing objects and backgrounds and moving them and adding sounds in order to make interactive stories and games and animations on your own. So let's launch the Scratch program. On the left side here is where you have the commands you can choose from. They are categorized by what types of commands they are, just like in code.org. In this section here is where you will drag those commands to write your scripts. This part right here is the stage where the actors and the backgrounds are all going to be shown. The guy that you start with is your first sprite. And sprite is what they call the characters. So we're just going to follow this very basic script to begin with. It says drag a move block into the scripts area. So I'm going to drag this move block and I'm going to click on it and the sprite will move 10 steps. That very short amount of space was 10 steps. Then after we clicked on it to see it move, we're going to drag a play drum. That's in the sounds section. Play drum right here. Going to snap it to that one. Now if we click, he moves and you hear the drum sound. Okay, up to the top of the next column. We can change a different drum by choosing a different number here. And now we're going to add another move block. Okay, and so of course we can make them move, play the drum, and move again. But what if we want them to move to back up? We can change that from a 10 to a negative 10. And then he'll do a little dance. Okay. Now another drum sound with a different number. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. On to the next page already. We can select how long or how many times we want that to happen by going to the control section. We want that to happen forever. So I drag the forever block around those other commands and it will do that forever until I hit stop. We also want to be able to control when that begins. So I'm going to drag the green flag and drop it up there at the top. And now I can double click it to start, or I can hit the green flag to start and the stop sign to stop. And it's important to use that feature because when we start adding other sets of commands, we want them all to start at the same time with the green flag. We don't want to have to click on each one at a time. Second column of this page, we're going to add change color effect. So that is going to be changing the look and it's going to be changing the color effect. And now when do we want it to change? Well, we're going to go to controls for that, and instead of the green flag we want to choose the second item. It says when the space key is pressed. So I can start the first part, the little dance that he does, and anytime I hit the space bar it'll change his color. Okay, I'm going to stop it. Okay, that's the introduction. Your task now is to program him so that the 4 different arrow keys on the keyboard have a different effect on your sprite. Here's a hint on how to do that. I've dragged this block that says when the space bar is pressed it will change color. I can change the space bar to one of the arrows, and then I can drag another one in, choose a different arrow, and then 2 more, and I can have it change any motion, any look, or any sound. When you're done with that, why don't you call me over and show it to me on your screen.